Disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kal Hala Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who are truly in the forefront of leading this truth. Shalom to the Akims and the Akwafs worldwide. We are certainly waiting for Yahweh Shai. So in this video is going to talk about Russia and what Russia is currently doing right now, and Russia's role in the scriptures, as well as the role of Babylon in the scriptures as well. There's going to be a video that's going to play, and after the video, we're going to come with the scriptures. All right, here we go. Revelation chapter 17, verses 12 and 13. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. These have one mind, and shall give her power and strength unto the beast. The 10 horns, the 10 kings are the European Union. NATO is the beast. And power and strength to NATO, the European Union, and the head of NATO is the United States of America, USA. This is Joel chapter 3, starting at verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. So that's talking about preparing for war, getting ready for war. This is not a time for peace and safety. This is not a time for hugs and proclamations and peace treaties. This is a time of war and coming into the ultimate war of Armageddon. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, starting at verse 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken. Ye people, let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. So come, nations, and hear. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He have utterly destroyed them. He have delivered them to the slaughter. the indignation of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Verse 3. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains. And Salakia, the brother David now has arrived. He's joining in with me.
Shalom.
Shalom, brother David. Thank you for being here this evening. All right, we're starting at verse 3 of Isaiah 34. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. This is a deep metaphor to make us understand about the amount of bloodshed that's going to take place when this war ultimately kicks off. Verse 4. And all of the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. This is the Intercontinental Ballistic Missiles, ICBMs, the glittering sword that's talked about in Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verses 41 through 43. That's going to fall upon Idumea. Idumea is the Greek word for Edom. So America, the people of my curse, the Edomites, the people of the Most High Yahweh Shai's curse, those are the Edomites. Verse 6. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord have a sacrifice in Bozrah, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. So Bozrah was the capital for ancient Edom. Now it's headquartered in America, Babylon, Sodom, and Egypt.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 5. Every battle of the war is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. So this World War III that's coming is going to be with burning and fuel of fire. When it goes nuclear. Because, ancient world, you got swords and all that, screaming and all that. Nowadays, gunshots, explosions. It's with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this is going to be with burning and fuel of fire. ICBMs are going to bring burning of fire. And the scriptures talk about the people shall be fuel for the fire. Yahweh has come back with the holy angels, bring more fire. Read 2nd Ezra 13th chapter talks about when Yahweh Shai comes back. Let's see. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 19. Through the wrath of Yahweh of hosts, Yahweh of armies, hosts going to armies, is the land darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his brother. The people shall be as fuel for the fire.
All right. Now that brings us to Revelation chapter 13, starting at verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. Verse 2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth was the mouth of a lion, and the dragon gave him power and his seat and great authority. Verse 3. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. So the beast is NATO. This is the reincarnation of the Roman Empire. The bear is Russia. The leopard are the Greeks. The lion is the UK. America, daughter of UK, is the dragon, Esau, Edom. And the head with the deadly wound that was healed is the Roman Empire. The wound went away, but it healed and came back in Constantinople.
Rome 2.0.
Yep, and it was healed. The wound was healed during the Renaissance. And all the world wandered after the beast who worshipped the dragon. And according to the Russian press secretary, um, they do want peace, but also confrontation. So that's kind of like a double standard. You want peace, but also you're ready for confrontation. So that's not truly living in peace. That's living in a state of we're living right now, but we're always ready to defend ourselves or to take somebody out. Yeah, you go.
I know, like ancient world King Solomon, during his reign, there was peace in Israel. He didn't have to worry about the other nations coming in to invade. All that. There was peace in Israel.
Come, Brother David, when you have peace, you don't have to worry about defending yourself or worry about the enemy coming to launch an attack or a sneak attack or something to that extent. If you're going to be at peace, you're going to be at peace. But ultimately, peace is not going to come until Yahweh Shai comes and delivers the elect, and then the rulership is taken from Esau and given to the Hebrew Israelites.
To back you up, brother, until Shiloh comes, KJV. All right. Genesis chapter 49, verse 10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come. Shiloh is referring to peace, tranquility. So, Shiloh, until Shiloh come, until Yahweh Shai come. And unto him shall the gathering of the people be.
Come. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, verse 2. Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him. And say, Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Verse 4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. So in verse 2, we see that Russia is Gog and Magog, the Persian and the Median Empire. Slovakia, so just to make sure, so Gog and Magog, which is the Persian and the Median Empire, formed into the Russian USSR. That was in verse 2. Verse 3, it says, I am against thee. So the Most High Yahweh Bashim Habashai is against them. And then in verse 4, turn thee back. That's being turned back. That's going into the valley of Jehoshaphat, where the war of Armageddon is going to kick off. Okay, this is the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 2. We're going to back up the other precept. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. The valley of Jehoshaphat is actually Yahweh's judgment. That's a judgment on these other nations for them to be destroyed. And that's how he's going to come back to save his elect. The heritage is Israel. Israel is the most high Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's people. And then whom they have scattered among the nations. We were scattered among the nations through the transatlantic slave trade and have parted my land. So there are heathen people that are living in the land of Israel now and in the land that was promised to Abraham that are living there committing wicked acts and abominations. They parted those lands of who wanted what and who was going to live. And that is the part where it says, and parted my land. So they're going to be destroyed for that as well.
Oh, and add on the Jehoshaphat, meaning Howard judges. And Jehoshaphat, the valley of Jehoshaphat is where? It's in the Middle East. If you didn't know. Go to what was it? Joel 3:2. DLB, get Google Bible. Click on Jehoshaphat. Joel 3, verse 2. Go down and Jehoshaphat. No, like. Okay.
Strong's H 3092. Yehoshaphat. Yehoshaphat.
It says here, Yahweh has judged. In the Blue Letter Bible here.
Come, Brother David. And now this is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. That's what's going on now, peace and safety talks. But behind the scenes, they don't mean peace and safety, these so-called politicians and world leaders. They are talking about war, conquering each other. It's not about peace and safety. Peace and safety is what they're using as an illusion for the general public to feel okay with themselves, that all of this so-called wars with Russia and Ukraine and Gaza and Israelis and Saudi Arabians and Hamas and Al-Qaeda and all of this together, that all of this is okay. It's not okay. This is all for war.
Scriptures speak about never trust thine enemy. Psalm chapter 55 verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His heart being the mind. Go to the Blue Letter Bible, it's going to lead you to mind there for heart. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his mind. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. You are the devil in disguise. Sirach chapter 12, also Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 verse 10. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Iron truly rusts, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, verse 11, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust, his wickedness, have not been altogether wiped away. This man may seem like your friendly neighborhood, whatever, but never trust thine enemy. As iron rusteth, iron does rust, so is his wickedness. Even if he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his wickedness, his rust, hath not been altogether wiped away. No matter what these politicians say, these Edomite politicians, all of them, and even Israelite politicians, they can't be trusted as well.
Correct. Khan.
Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Not let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at thy last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Let's see how far this goes. Well, this is good right here. But who will pity a child by that is bitten with the serpent, or any such as come not wild beast? So you trust this man. You say, well, this man is peace and safety. You know, Yahweh ain't coming back till 1,000 years. You might think to yourself, the brothers, they was wrong. There's peace and safety.
It's a lie. It's not true.
And then you get taken, destroyed. You shouldn't have trusted them. What's the scripture speak about? The prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the foolish pass on and are punished.
Yes, for we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, lest he get an advantage over us.
It's written about as well. And what I was talking about was in Proverbs, when brothers talk about New Testament. And Yahweh Shai is coming back within our lifetimes. Through the Spirit, we know that. We believe that and know it through the Spirit. This ain't no, 50 years time, nah. Alright, verse 14. So one that go up to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? So you see in 13 and 14, you should have known better. For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, sound like them politicians, even the president, even the Emperor Caesar of Babylon, the golden city, even him, even Caesar Nero, referring to Trump. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips. And don't forget about ELON space MUSK. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his mind, his heart meaning the mind, but in his mind he imagined how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. What was it? The scariest words somebody could hear, they were saying, we are the government. We are here to help. Something where the president said that. Something like that. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. We're here to help. And they really there to say, take the MOTB, Mark of the Beast.
Yes,
And the Mark of the Beast is what? RFID, CHIP in the hand. The Mark of the Beast in the forehead is the brain, CHIP. Right hand and left hand, by the way. Because that is going to be implemented. Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 7. Babylon equals America. America hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, for to the Most High Yahweh, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. The nations have drunken off that wine, the wrath of the fornication of Babylon, written about Revelation. Going into that, into the philosophies, part of that is the LGBTQ, I'm making up stuff now, the ABC community, the LGBTQ community, whatever other letters they may add to whatever they have. Therefore, the nations are mad. Therefore, the nations are mad. And these 10 horns, these nations, these 10 horns, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. You're going to see these other nations shoot missiles upon America. Therefore, the nations are mad. They're going to shoot missiles upon America. ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles. They're going to shoot them arrows. Scripture calls them arrows. Spare no arrows. Shoot her! Shoot her! Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon, America, round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against Yahweh. She hath sinned against Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. Put yourselves in array against America, round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against Yahweh. All ye that bend the ICBMs, all ye that have ICBM capabilities, shoot at her. Spare no missiles, for she hath sinned against Yahweh. She hath sinned against Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. And these other nations that have missiles without being an ICBM might also shoot their missiles too against America, which will equal even more missiles. And any other missiles that the ICBM nations have as well, because they're going to shoot the ICBMs at America, but any missiles that are not nuclearified, they might also shoot as well. But America have been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand. A golden cup. Emperor Caesar Nero, referring to Trump, keeps talking about the golden age of America, the golden age of Babylon. Suspicious. America is referred to as the Golden City in the book of Isaiah. Golden City. And even if I'm butchering it, the Super Bowl, it wasn't held at Caesar's something.
Caesar's Palace.
Caesar's Palace. If that man comes out dressed look like an ancient Caesar, that's gonna be the end of it. Oh man, he gonna come up with the robe and say, "I am Caesar."
That's what that represents. That's what it signifies.
Well, he is Caesar. He's the Caesar of modern Rome. Rome 2.0. The deadly boom was healed, so he would be Caesar, the president. It's just modern day version. Because ancient Rome used to be modern day at one point. Now it's ancient. We're in Rome 2.0. So, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 4, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The golden city, America, the king of Babylon, the king, the president, Caesar of Babylon. All right, is that all, brother?
That's all.
All right.
All right.
And on that note,
Face the east. All right.
Ka halal Yahweh Bashem Yoshai Bashem Rakal Kodash, Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Yahweh Shai. Shalom.
Shalom.
El Bashim Yoshai willing, this lesson was edifying to the flock of Yahweh Shai, which are the elect, those green pastures, which is 100% truth, pursuant to Psalm 23rd chapter, and bore good fruit as Yahweh Shai spoke about. Double honor to the elder G, great wisdom. Shalom.
Shalom.